Come on, y'all here with LaRussell. We keeping it 100 with Zoe Tha Roasta. It's different. Beautiful.
You got to have a lot of heart. You got to have a lot of soul. You got to have a fat gap. A brother better be strapped. You understand? Hey, check this out, y'all. Today we got something special going on. And I say like always though, you know, Hostile Takeover, keeping it 100 with Zoe Tha Roasta. Today we got a special guest, who helping me host. Y'all know who it is, fathead ass, Mr. Stanley Cox, Mistah F.A.B. But we have a guest today, man, who's outstanding to me. You know, I sat up and watched for a second, and it didn't take me long to try to get in contact with the little young cat. I thought his name was LaRussell, and then I educated myself a little bit further.
Come on.
His name is LaRussell.
Yes, sir.
In the name of the croc.
Come on.
How in the hell are you?
Man, I'm lovely. Wonderful.
That's what I'm talking about. You came in here shining, man, and your energy is infectious, and it took me a minute to get up this morning. Cause like I said, I'm 100 and something years old. I don't move as fast as I used to, but I got my ass up this morning and got out here to come see you and make sure that we jump this off. I was excited. My first question is, what gives you this energy, man?
Life, you feel me? Life be crazy, it be lifing. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's just in me. It's just in me.
That's usually the answer to certain things. There's no excuse for it. It's just what happens in the natural occurrence of life. This is who you are.
Come on.
And it deserves no explanation. You know what I mean? And I see that in your music, your delivery, the way you display your talent. I say, okay, he doesn't care what anybody thinks about what he's wearing, or is he jumping up and down? He's smiling all the time.
Go on.
And I say, okay, that's dope. You know what I mean? And you know, how long you been doing it though? Like,
man, like at the level where I was releasing things publicly since 2018, but I've been rapping since I was like 7 or 8. Just like writing, making beats. You feel me? All of that, just kind of nurturing that skill for a long time, but really actively releasing 2018.
I felt lame because it took for Wallow to come out here and was like, Fab, you ain't on LaRussell?
Right.
I was like, who? He was like, what? He was like, hi, I'm in Philly.
Yeah.
And I see this dude, and you don't see him. So I'm like, put me on. He like, man, go look at this interview on the Breakfast Club. And I watched it, I was like, bro, I feel lame as hell, boy. I'm like,
hey.
I was blown away. Like, and it wasn't that I was blown away because of the raps, which are extremely spectacular, but the energy. And as he alluded to, it's so infectious, you can see it. And some of us have an uncanny ability to see someone's spirit. And it glows and it's illuminating. What would you credit that to as far as demographically, the place you were raised, or the parenting, or something has to enhance that?
Man, I think it's a combination of all those things, but ultimately, like, divinity, like life kind of acting through me. You know, we've been talking lately, having a lot of conversations, and I'm realizing, like, my mission is beyond here. I keep having this saying in my head that I'll never get what I'm worth on earth. And it's because, like, what I'm on, like, the energy that's in me is just far beyond a lot of this shit. I be having a hard time finding, like, happiness in like this space, like, you know, in
This
material
atmosphere in the
things,
world,
right? You know, to me, it's all, everything is You know, I'm grateful and joyous in things, but everything is like, it's not fulfilling, you know, and I think that is just like, whatever is in me, you know, it was placed there and it's beyond my comprehension. I don't even
So you
understand
truly don't
it.
understand it.
No.
And that happens with individuals who are as talented as you are. You're never satisfied. You're never satisfied. And that's why you work so effortlessly and you work so hard to try to reach that pinnacle, which will never come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's I think that's great. You know, they say you strive for perfection. You say, hey man, I'm striving for perfection. So you get better as you go. You leave no room to be capped off. You're like, oh man, this is the best I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? This is the best I can give you.
Right.
You feel me? But you keep getting better and you say, okay, this is who I am. And long as you understand that, you know what I'm saying? When did you first put out a project?
2018.
2018, yeah.
So what was it called?
The Field Effect.
The what?
The Field Effect.
The Field Effect.
Yep.
I gotta go check that out.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a classic piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that
That
out.
was #1 in a 20 album discography.
Yeah.
It's a big thing as well, kind of like circling back to that,
Yeah.
that I want to ask you. It may be a little personal, but this is keeping it 100. And I'll reveal the heel, so I don't leave you out on the ledge, on the edge. Happy people, or who we appear to be the happiest people, the flip side to that is we definitely suffer through depression
For certain.
on certain areas, because trying to fulfill this expectation of people see us, they like, oh, that's the good guy, that's the happy kid, that dude always smiling.
Right.
There's always a flip side to that.
Duality.
Do you care to talk about the mental health of this newfound, not necessarily fame, but the discovery of people just seeing you now and being like, oh, that's LaRussell. Oh, I watch your back. Oh, I watch your interviews. The flip side of that, of always having to be in character. Is there a flip side to that to you yet?
Definitely, and I live on like a world of duality. We did an interview one time, and the guy was like, "You're a pretty happy guy," and it almost offended me. Like I had to self-assess because I'm like, why the fuck did that just make me like I was almost triggered by him saying that, because it was like, well, no, not necessarily, you know, but also realizing that happiness is an emotion just like anger and sorrow. You're not angry all the time. You're not sad all the time. You're not happy all the time.
Right.
You feel me? So realizing, like, for a minute I thought I was supposed, and still to this day I be feeling like, man, you're supposed to be happy all the time. But it's like, that's a fleeting thing. You're not supposed to be happy all the time. You're supposed to be happy in moments that make you happy, you know? But the other times it's like, I'm always trying to figure out what state am I in, trying to find that balance, you know, because I'm a very extreme character. I'm up all the way or I'm down all the way. So trying to find that level is what I'm experiencing now in life, really trying to figure out, you know, keeping the pole more balanced instead of being like this or like this, because I'm very high or I'm very low.
One of the things that you can use is the fact that you had a balanced childhood. You had both your parents.
I don't think that necessarily leads to a balanced childhood, and I think that's the thing with perspective. Everyone believes that if you have a two-parent household, then you have something better and more substantial, but that's not necessarily true.
Yeah,
because,
well, I didn't really say better. I said balanced.
Why is it balanced?
Because you have both sides. Like, I grew up with one side. You know what I'm saying? So it showed that I was raised by a woman until I had to come to my manhood and say, man, you've been doing some bitch ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I didn't have that man up in there to show me how to be a man until I had to tap in with my uncles and really get up under them and just see what a man was, though. Then that helped me balance me out. You know what I mean? Not saying something is better or worse, or because you got some women who raise kings by themselves. They know what they're doing, they know how to do it, but it's just having a balance, knowing both perspectives and being able to utilize them with the decisions that you're making in life, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just working with one side, it's going to be one-sided.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me hearing you having both your parents in there, you know what I'm saying? It was refreshing.
Beautiful.
Because a lot of times,
Yeah.
you know, we don't have like my children, me and my wife, like she's not going nowhere because my children, and I'm gonna do the best to keep her at home. Because if she told me she was leaving me the other day, I was like, "Where we going?" Because if you leave me, I'm coming with you. You feel me?
Beautiful.
Because I'm not gonna let that happen because I know what it is not to grow up with both your parents. And I look at my kids and see how important it is to them.
Do you believe that to be 100% true?
No, I think that I don't necessarily think that the benefit is always in being together, depending on what type of love is being nurtured and what type of love you're witnessing.
Right.
It doesn't always mean it's more beneficial to be together if the union isn't displaying a specific type of love, because you learn from that as well. You learn how to speak to your mate, how to respect your mate, how people deal with their mate through that.
Yeah.
So if you're witnessing a love that isn't fully nurturing, that could be to your detriment as well.
Yeah.
You know, just because you're together doesn't mean like you're benefiting the children, because it depends on what they're witnessing two people do.
Yeah, and that's not
history doesn't mean happiness.
Yeah, but I wasn't even referring to a household that was fucked up like that.
Yeah.
You don't know what his household was like?
Yeah, I don't, but the fact that he was able to say he had, you know, both him and his mother and his father together, and when he said it with the confidence of, man, it was a great thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm referring to.
Well, it was just my experience. So for me, you know, it was.
So was it good?
Both, you know, it wasn't neither good nor bad. It was just my experience.
Well, you wasn't good or bad. Yeah, just like, you don't get that?
No. He said some dope shit though.
Let me explain that shit to you. You were good and you were bad. You were both.
I was neither.
You were both because you said you were both. Yeah.
You lost me.
No, yeah, I'm saying
I'm lost.
I'm listening to you. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to, go back and forth with you. We playing. I'm saying in one of your interviews, they asked you, how was your childhood? Was you a bad kid? Was you a good kid? You was like, man, I was bad sometimes, I was good sometimes.
Right, yep.
So you were both.
Yeah.
Now, that's different from how your parents was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we talking about, as far as you saying, okay, kicking back, taking a step backward and saying, looking into your parents, like, was they good parents?
Yeah, incredible parents.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Vallejo. What part of Vallejo were you born in?
North Vallejo.
So that's the Crest area.
I'm down from the Crest. So in North we got Rancho, Loftus, College Park, the Crest. So we're all kind of in one pack, but subbed out.
Them young niggas in Vallejo is crazy. How you didn't go crazy?
Man, I've had at times in moments you feel me being in different states of mind.
Oh yeah, okay. And you chose not to go down that path.
Right.
That's powerful.
It's a big divide in Vallejo.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get caught up in that divide. Me having a lot of history with Vallejo, at an early stage in my career, I was, aided with Mac Dre, and we pushed the Thiz line.
Right.
But being from Oakland, I grew up off E40.
Yeah.
Like 40 and like you like, yo, this 40.
Right.
So I remember jumping into those, something that we don't know about, and then it's not publicly being talked about. But is it a hard choice growing up in Vallejo picking what side you gonna rock with? Was you an E40 fan or a Mac Dre fan?
Both.
For sure.
Both. And it was a very less political decision for my generation.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Because like Dre also passed early while I was a kid. So at that point it was embraced. Like everybody revered and regarded Dre as the god out there. You feel me? So it was a very less political decision at that point.
Right.
Okay.
Any influences between those two?
Man, both heavy. You'll hear 40 in some of my shit, and you'll hear Dre. You know, like man, heavy.
Sure.
That's dope.
Young Lay? No.
Who?
Young Lay?
Two before his time.
Yeah, that's beyond me.
Two before his
That
time.
one's beyond me.
Yeah.
I just did a song with Young Lay. That's crazy you said that.
Vallejo has got some
I
talented
saw that tape.
motherfuckers in there.
Lay was hard.
Vallejo, come on.
The water.
And what I'm seeing now from this Bay Area, Antioch, Vallejo, you know, Simba.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like he's moving and grooving, man. The boy, we was just talking about, Larry June.
Larry June.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, San Francisco, Oakland, Richmond, all these cities is bringing dope out of them, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that, what do you think about the state of Northern California music and our camaraderie?
I think the camaraderie is beautiful. I think it's heavily dependent on the artist you are. Like me, I created a platform early, and I assisted a lot of artists on their journey to today. So I'm very loved and revered by everyone.
Right.
So to me, the camaraderie is incredible because I can call anyone I want and get a favor or get hey, pull up to the backyard or, you know. So for me, it's incredible. I think as far as the state of music, I think it's incredible as well. We're witnessing a lot of new sounds. And, you know, I think that we often look at the scene and we only speak on like the negative parts of it, but it's like that's always kind of been there in every phase of hip hop. You know, but we also have some stuff that is really poking through that's new and creating
I see
a new
the
lane.
emergence of real artists, not just I'm gonna sling this gun and kill all my friends.
Right.
And, yeah,
Right.
Yeah. I be scared to watch the TV. I be thinking somebody gonna accidentally shoot. But
Right.
how do a nigga even film them videos, man? Like the video man got to have bulletproof vests on, helmets, all type of shit though, because one of them guns might go off. But I'm saying I see an emergence of lyrical the performance, the energy that you got, the Simba and all these cats coming, Enzo and you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that tugs at my heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't listen to that other shit.
Right. It's
Yeah,
hard to
I will
consume.
wreck on the freeway on purpose.
Right.
Yeah, turn that shit off.
I hate lists. I hate to throw people in lists.
Right.
'Cause I'm a fan of music. Like to me, my grandmother would always say every day won't be a good day, but you could get something good out of every day.
Right.
Sheesh.
So
And in that, I feel like in music, as creators, as artists, there's something that every individual artist may bring, whether it's personality, it's character, it's shaping, it's style, it's skill, it's patterns, it's whatever. If you had to say we were X-Men and you needed 5 brothers to go to rap war with you from your area, who you taking with you?
From Vallejo or from
Just
the Bay?
you got all of Northern California, so you could take a Mozzie, a Lavish, or whoever. You got whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Who you taking with you to go a rap war? It could
bringing-
be it could be of all time too.
Oof.
Like you could
See,
pick you could pick anybody.
That expands it so
You
far.
got 5 teammates, so you got your
Five?
you got your all mad
Oh.
list, or you got your all right. We going right now list.
I'm bringing Mac Dre.
Okay,
I'm bringing 40.
okay.
made it tough. See,
That laugh.
It's tough,
oh,
man.
That's a tough one because see this changes because it depends on the skill set that you need to. It depends,
You gotta just say, man, this
me?
who I'm
'Cause
taking to rap
when
war
the
with me.
X-Men go, they send who they need for the specific battle. That's what changes.
For sure.
Hey, it's so many that I love. I'd probably bring a lot of singers, honestly.
For
you know,
sure.
I like the R&B wave out here. I'm bringing Shantae for certain. I'm bringing Tessie, Jazz, you know, rap, Stunner, Larry June, Neff.
Man, you just brought the whole squad.
I know,
right?
right? It's tough. That's a tough one.
You gotta take Fab for the freestyle, people.
We got, see,
Man,
right?
it's crazy.
That's a
It's tough.
tough one.
Yeah.
I like, what's the young sister you said first? What's her name?
Shantae.
So that's the little girl that I posted one day.
So we made that session that you posted. That was my company that shot that shit.
The good,
The company. I own that company.
that's crazy.
Yep.
Listen, I'm seeing her one day, right? And when I posted it, it went crazy. And everybody was hitting me like, yo, Fab, you just signed her. I'm like, I don't even know this young girl. I love Etta James. Like,
Right.
you feel me? I'm
Yeah.
like,
Right.
and I love,
Oh,
I
she
love
blew
this.
that motherfucker too.
Of
What?
course.
Oh Lord.
Man, when we shot it, I told her, I said, man, when we post this, is gone. We
I
already
love her.
knew, right?
She's still young too,
She's
huh?
incredible. Man, 18, just got out of high school.
That's so dope.
Absolutely incredible.
So, what are you doing with Good Company now that you're in front of the camera instead of being behind the scenes so much?
The same thing. You feel me? Like the artists that I love and really want to go in depth more, I, like bring them in and work very closely. The Poozies and Shantaes and Mally's, like I
Is
work
this the
really
label?
close. I bring them on tour. So we're not a label, but we do things that a label would do. I'm gonna help with content. I'm gonna put my money up. I'm gonna help you market. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put you on shows and shit. My whole thing is like we'll never sign anyone. We just like to split the pot.
So what if we say, man, I got $100 million for you. What's up with Good Company?
We're gonna talk and see what's up with Good Company. You feel me? As simple as that.
$100 million. What's up? What we doing? Yeah, we're in Good Company now.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? But
Yeah.
we're gonna figure out the right way to do it. Like
Right.
we've been offered money, you know, money is money, but it's gotta make sense too. Like
Yeah.
we're really trying to teach people that there isn't a lot of niggas that disrespect you and be like, it's just business. And that's not a real thing. Because business are ran by humans. So your business is your business.
Right.
It's not just business. This is you. This is a reflection. Your business is a reflection of you, how
Right.
you do life and how you do business. So with me, it's like there's certain principles I have to stand on. You feel me? I just can't do it. Like you don't have to own me to make money with me.
Right.
You don't have to sign me to make money with me.
That's a fact.
If you want to help me, you don't have to own what I create to help me.
That's,
That's what Birdman did. Birdman said a long time ago that he's not no fly-by-night nigga. He gonna be in this motherfucker forever.
Come on.
And that's when they first began.
Yeah, with Dino and them. Dino
And
gave him 30.
his first deal was not a record deal. It was a distribution deal. So what you said is like you're helping me make money opposed to
Exactly.
owning me
Right.
and making money.
You're a
You know what I'm
partner.
saying?
You're a
So
partner.
now you see his position that he took. So it's longevity.
Right?
You know what I mean? So that's a great assessment, and for the individuals that are watching, and just get the lesson. You feel me?
I turned down, not even an intro deck, and I apologize, but I turned down, at the time, Hennessy was doing some stuff in the Bay Area years ago, and they grabbed Short. I shot him to San Quinn, and they grabbed a couple other artists, and they was like, we got 50,000 for you to do this campaign. And at the time, I was like, and even now, I don't drink. So I was like,
Right.
I don't drink. So it's like, no, we got the money. Don't worry about it. Like, well, I'm like, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing this commercial, and I don't drink.
Right.
Like, so I definitely feel you on that, man. Standing on your principles and standing by
And some
what you
people
say.
got different principles. I'd have been drunk that day.
Right. Right.
Yeah, some people got different
Right.
principles, and you got to respect them accordingly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, for me, it's getting the money and then doing something proactive with it. Not the fact that I'm gonna make people think that I drink. I'm gonna make people think that I chose to promote this, to get a bag, to do something that I do.
But that's what he just said.
Yeah.
That's your business.
No doubt about it.
Right.
That's why I understood it. I didn't
Right.
refute that. One thing I want to ask you, which is very important, that damn backyard.
Come on. The pergola, baby.
What, man? Check this out. I always was thinking like, what the fuck did he do? Did he wake up and say, light bulb up here, you know how when you get an idea, bright idea? We finna throw some fucking concerts in my backyard.
Yep.
Just like that.
So we basically, that's what it was. You know, we had did a show at the New Parish. And remember, I had called you
Right.
prior, and I was just having some complications with the owner, going back and forth on things, and just said certain things that I really didn't enjoy. And I'm like, I know what I'm delivering and what I'm bringing. I don't need anyone doubting what I'm going to do. You know, if I'm coming and you want to do something with me, you have belief in me and we do it together. But if you coming in with doubt, it just ruins that relationship. And I didn't want to have to deal with that. So my thing was like, build it. I'm going to build my own venue so I never have to ask nobody else. I never have to wait on them. I don't have to deal with their terms, their agreements. So I woke up and it was like, I'm going to flip this damn backyard. And that's what we did. And now it's here. It's manifested.
So you built the stage?
We renovated the whole back. So bleachers, staging for the crowd, area for engineers, sound, we upgraded everything.
Yeah, it's dope. And so what do the neighbors say?
Man, my neighbors love me. I've been on my block the longest. I grew up there. So, you know, like I've been there since I was about 4 years old. So we got seniority on the block. But everyone loves me. My neighbors pull up to the shows, you know?
And you say your backyard capacity is 300?
Yeah, we probably feel like 300 in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you charge?
So these shows are offer based. So there's not a set rate. You can't buy a ticket. And this is something I'm actually trying to take on the road with me, a type of experience.
Like offer me something.
Yeah, like tell me what it's worth to you, you know, because it's like I can't get what I'm worth on this earth. And I'm done kind of putting a price on things that is very priceless to me. I renovated my entire yard. My family is here. My dad cooks. My home is here. I can't put a price on that. You can make an offer. I could either accept or decline. So we leave it like that. We let people make offers and we accept so many until we hit the capacity that we feel comfortable with. And then
But you do decline some.
Definitely, we have to. We get thousands of
$5.
offers. Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like I set out different experiences for different people. Some people only want to pay $5 or $1. Those are people who can see me when I do the proud to pay shows. That's priceless. You can pay $1 at the door, whatever. But coming to my home is specific people can only come, you know, who are willing and see the value in that. You can't go to Disneyland with $5.
But this is the greatest shit ever.
Come on.
How old are you?
You see
Man,
what
that
I'm
shit is
right?
raw, bro.
Right?
That's the dopest shit I've
Because
ever heard.
look, we do shows. You do shows, and they charge like someone could do a show with 1,000 people, but they only getting $15 a ticket, and then they got to split that. I could do a show with 100 people and make more than that because people really value what I do.
It might be a motherfucker come up there talking about, man, here go 2,500.
I changed their life.
You got
people flying out from Buffalo, from Mississippi, from Atlanta. I changed their life.
Bro, you just said some of the rawest shit. You just said,
Come on.
bro, I'm letting y'all come to my house.
Yeah.
My
pops
daddy
here.
is cooking.
My mama
My
here.
mama here.
My kids run, the nieces, nephews, my sister's here.
This is bigger than a rap experience. Like, this is like, imagine if you got a chance to say, nigga, I'm going to see Pac at his house.
Yeah.
And the Feeny in there cooking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nigga, what?
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's exactly what this is.
That's dope.
Mark my words, this blueprint will be copied by labels. And they're gonna be labels. I think hopefully you can copyright this shit. I don't know how.
No need.
But I'm just saying, even to watch the inspiration.
Right.
This will be by labels and they will do an artist fan experience. Where certain artists may not feel comfortable with coming to the house, but what they're going to do is they're going to rent out these big Airbnbs and they're going to do this whole little rapper fan experience. and that is coined here, and you're
Well, let
fucking
me tell you
genius,
the truth.
and I love you.
Let me tell you the truth. I went and looked out the window at my backyard and said, damn, I could do that.
Come on.
But listen, hold on.
Yeah.
But you know what I said? I said, damn, would they be think I was biting? Then I said, I don't care. But I got a big ass backyard too. And I'm like, the neighbors next door, they know me because I'm OG Tear Talk. They don't fuck with me.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? They fuck with me, but not like, they see me, it's like, OG Tear Talk. Ooh,
Right.
If you need anything, so I'm like, okay, so that's something that's amazing that you like, that's dope, because I like barbecuing. I like doing all that shit though. And I feel like I'm there.
For real.
Watching it on the internet,
Right.
I'm there.
Right? And that's the thing, like, and that's what builds that demand as well, like, because you could watch it, but it's nothing like being there. And the more
Right.
people watch, the more people want to come. Like, I'm building Disneyland.
When they said Vallejo, I was like, Vallejo, what? It's another state.
Right.
They ain't talking about Vallejo, California.
Right.
Because that's not no Bay Area shit.
Are you
Right.
doing the post-production, like is Good Company filming it like
Man,
that?
from front to, we do the audio, the post, the video. Everything I post is shot, filmed by my team, edited, direct. We turning that shit around, everything from top to bottom. We setting up the sound, all the shit you see. That's all my team.
I hope you don't feel
Brilliant.
disrespected, but
That shit brilliant.
you give me yay vibes.
Come on.
Like you give me, and people call me crazy all the time, but I fucking love Ye. Ye's like my fucking favorite.
Come on.
And even in the
Mine
midst, like
too.
I'm jumping off the bridge with Ye.
Right.
Like, I don't care. Niggas say whatever they want to say. I'm like,
I
Ye.
watched this documentary
Yes.
and even fell deeper in love with Ye.
Like,
You, how could you not?
Here is an individual who filmed. This is how much confidence he had in himself. He
Right.
filmed his progress
Right.
For real.
and told you, this is what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
And this is what's going to happen. And now look at him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Man.
So, yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, we all have it somewhere up in us. We just got to find it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just squander, situations and we
Man,
don't really
some
just
people
push.
aren't properly cultivated. You know,
Right.
like, it's like your backyard, right? Like, now it's funny because, like, when we finally tended to the yard and start watering it, you start seeing flowers pop up here and fruit trees here. Niggas like, I didn't even know I had a peach tree. You
Right.
feel me? But it was just uncultivated. It wasn't tended to. So
Yeah.
once you start tending to people in a proper way, you don't know what the hell might bloom out of there.
Yeah.
What's next for you musically?
Man, wherever this journey takes me, I just released my 19th album. I'm slating, I got, about 10 more in slate, so we'll probably, by the end of the year, I'll probably be on the 25th one, you feel me? And I'm just, wherever this shit takes me, kinda, you know?
And you make your own beats too.
No, but I have a group of people that I go to directly for production.
But you know how to.
Yeah, I started off producing. That was
Okay,
like my
good.
first, my first thing
19
into
albums?
music. 19, and that's just counting my own. I've also written a lot of albums and projects for other artists that's released, and yeah.
So how old are you? Like 50? Excuse me.
I'm 107.
Oh, you older than me.
Older than you.
You're older than me. I remember you back then.
Come on.
Rumor or truth? You did a deal with Russ.
Truth. Yep. I have
care
a
to talk about
partnership
that?
with. Yeah, man, I have a partnership with Russ. So Russ was one of the early people that came and seen and was like really believed it and genuinely wanted to help. Like
Russell
we
who?
was able to.
Russ is the white boy with the long hair. He big in the hip hop world. He like a
Okay, I'm
singer,
slick.
like right.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't know that you actually have a deal with him.
Yep.
Is like, can you explain? Like you in the midst of
Yeah, so
explaining?
we have a partnership. So it's all 50-50 and it's profit share. And basically he really wanted to help and he allowed me to structure a deal in the way I wanted. He really came and was like, what do you need? What would help? And that was the best thing that someone could have done. You feel me? Because I was able to get like, just help with startup capital and just like growing this shit even larger than it was. And it's like, man, when you see, just thinking about this shit compared to like all the offers I've gotten from labels, it's like, bruh, this is a man who really cared and really genuinely wanted to help. because it's not fully in his benefit. Like, of course it's in his benefit because he wins as I win, but it's just like, man, it's like, really like, bro.
No, what happened was it was you.
I got that information from a hater.
It was you, though.
Man, that's usually how it comes.
Like a nigga was hating on him.
On who?
On him.
Man, that's a nigga who's having trouble with their soul.
Listen, but in my mind, it wasn't hating. But in his delivery, the discovery was, nigga, you a hater.
Right.
He was like, I was like, man, this nigga, because I was actually bragging on him, like, you know, like how we get in our hip hop discussions. We real hip hop advocates. So like when we see something, I'm like, bro, this nigga raw, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all see what this nigga doing, bro? Backyard, won't built his own bus, nigga done did the breakfast stuff, all this shit, right? And the nigga like, man, nigga be making it seem like he doing that shit on his own. Nigga, it's that nigga Russ behind that nigga. I'm like,
so look, you know what's crazy? I almost didn't take Russ's help because I was like, nah, because niggas gonna think he's doing this. I haven't done the project with Russ yet. Everything I've done is my capital, my team, my family. We edit and shoot these videos. This is us. You feel me? My whole company was built prior to this deal. Like, that's the thing that, please.
Stop going around saying these things that you saying.
No.
Create your emotion.
I say this. Keep saying that shit. Without you,
reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself.
Without you, hater, who the fuck would we be? If everybody loved me, how would that feel? This is what I want to say though. If you've done something already with Russ or not, it makes no difference because what we see is Russ saw something. You know, you gotta, he tell me all the time, like I call this nigga every day about my son, right? But man, I need you to say this, I need you to do this. And he'll tell me, your son gotta work harder.
Right.
Your son gotta do this. I'm like, man, he shouldn't have to work this hard when he got all these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, on his side. They say, no, man, he gotta come into his own. Like, we got to see that he worth it, won't this, that, and the other. So he said it so much that I had to say, okay, he's not being mean, or I can't think of the word right now. Like, but and then so what I did was, I told my son, I just sat down with him. I said, start working harder, man. Start working harder. Then we got the boy from Atlanta, Mark J, who's brilliant. Came up in there, man, and they start working. And now look.
Yeah, the nigga who climbed to get to the top of the mountain feels different than the nigga who got dropped off in a helicopter.
See.
They don't have the same experience.
Why you just
don't
say
even
that?
Understand what this nigga went through to get. It's a different experience.
hard.
You can't value that when you got dropped off in a helicopter. You're gonna lose it because you didn't work to get it. You feel me? It's not yours to begin with.
Yeah, makes a lot of motherfucking sense.
I'm a big believer in nepotism, especially for black families. I think that we need to be advocates of that more.
For certain.
But I'm also a firm believer in, if you didn't experience the journey, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to be able to say, dude, I went through that. I went through passing out CDs. I went through being discouraged. I went through being turned down. I went through being called whack, being called I went through doing shows and only him and two other people in the crowd.
Right.
And that gives you a feeling.
It was me and your mama.
Right. And see, that's the thing with nepotism. With nepotism, there's a true nepotism. Like, people look at white nepotism and that's just handing the money down. But like black nepotism that started with like Wall Street and Tulsa, is like, I'm gonna hand you this money down, but I'm finna teach you you gotta come work and run a business with me.
For sure.
Cause true nepotism is you handing down everything.
Right.
Not just the capital, but
The
everything
knowledge,
that comes
experience.
with controlling the capital, right?
With saying that, segueing into the next question, we know you gotta go, so we don't wanna hold you too longer. What is your word of advice for the LaRussell out there who doesn't really thoroughly see him pulling things off by himself? what is the word without the radio, without all the people behind him advocating him to push?
Right.
What do you tell him?
Stay consistent and keep shooting. Like, you know, it took me a while to realize that when you shooting every day, even the shots you miss make you better, because they teach you how to shoot the next one.
Yeah.
If it's slightly to the left, now I just figure, okay, let me move it to the right.
Right.
You feel me? Like, realizing that every single shot you take gets you closer. Like, when I was dropping them early albums, I didn't realize that one day I'll be at a point where I'm saying I'm on album number 20, and now I own 20 properties that pay me every month. And not only me, they pay my daughter and my dad and my homies and the fans and people who supported me. I didn't realize it then that it's like, oh, these songs, even these songs that I'm like, I'm just gonna put out on, was a part of this process. Like, they were aiding
You
where I was
just refer
going.
to your albums as properties?
That's what they are,
Dope.
right? When you own 19 houses, they pay you rent every month. I own 19 albums. They pay me rent every month.
Who
I
you
get paid
distribute
every
with?
month. DistroKid.
DistroKid.
Yep. And I've had my innings with all the distros. I've done AWOL, TuneCore, United Masters. Like, I encourage everyone to try
No
different
Empire?
ones and find what works. I haven't done Empire, you know, but I encourage people to try and find which one works for them and their business, you know, and how you decide to run. Like, I allow my supporters to invest in royalties of my music, so they get a share of my property income. So DistroKid allowed me to help with that. But yeah, like, these albums is properties, and you know that. It's like, at a point they pay you more. It's easier to get. You can make more money off making an album than buying a house.
Yeah.
You can rent out a house and you get a certain amount of rent, but it's like, that's one staple rent. My houses pay me a different amount of rent each time. As the property value increase, I get paid more rent. You feel me?
Exactly.
So you just,
no property taxes, or none of that.
no upkeep, no maintenance, no
Right.
no none of that.
You just let it go.
It's there.
Yeah, once you put that thing up.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I'm just gonna just start dropping.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you I love you.
Come on. Receive. Same. Mutual.
Yeah.
Like on some,
Mutual.
I love your mind.
You know what's crazy? So we met like years prior. You did the turkey drive. Boogie is my cousin. Like, my Uncle Big Mike, my pops, all of that's my family. So, you know, like, you and Boogie came up together. Like, that's my family.
That's crazy.
Yep. Right?
Boogie
But it's
from the
funny,
north?
your turkey drive, Lorenzo,
So?
your turkey drive, I was filming back there. I've done everything, just
This is a nigga who I went to
kinda moving.
kindergarten with, nigga.
Yeah.
Bug my nigga. I'm talking about nigga. We used to walk schools. Their mamas used to make us hold hands across the street.
Right.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
this
Yeah.
is to let you guys know how brilliant I am.
Come on.
That's crazy.
You see how I put this together like this?
Right.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
What you're doing, man, I hope, and I say this to the world, I say this to the camera, I hope y'all paying attention. I hope the younger guys are paying attention. I hope the elder guys like myself, and I hope the elder guys,
The foster dinosaurs.
yeah, the fossils,
Yeah.
are paying attention. This brother has created his own ecosystem with his team and his family. He's created an infrastructure that is being studied in a blueprint. And he's not worried about anybody else seeing this and doing their version of it.
An infectious vibe.
And man, I know that one day we're gonna look back at this and be like, man, Blood had time to come pull up.
I said that.
You know
Didn't I
what
say
I'm
that?
saying? Like, dude
I
had
said
time
that.
to
I
come pull
said.
up.
I said that. We just sit here and talk. I say we making history.
For real.
If you look at my post last night when we did, see, I don't take pictures to take pictures. It's a documentation of history being made. You know what I'm saying? And then we could go back and say we remember when we was this,
Right.
and now we're this. You know what I'm saying? And it's inspirational. Make sure that we continue to pay it forward, and that's what we do. We want to inspire people to be like, you know, us or better than us. It's,
Right.
you know what I mean? And it's exciting all at the same time, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't do a lot of smiling because I got a face for radio, right? But I don't be laughing.
I got a face for radio.
I don't be laughing at your
You
shit.
stupid.
But like I'm saying, you excited the OG, man. I appreciate you for answering and not being the cats that say, holler at my publicist, my mama, my daddy, my uncle, and then see what the dogs say. To come and showcase, you know what I'm saying, your life, your experience, because that's what I see you did, and that's what you do to all of us, though, man. And continue to be that teacher, you know what I'm saying, that inspiration, man. And I appreciate you for coming.
Receive, man.
Today's
I'm honored.
message
I'm
is,
grateful.
You're not gonna get your worth on earth,
Come on.
and in life they'll never get you what you're worth,
Come on.
but they will give you what you negotiate. So remain a good business person.
Right.
Stay focused. Keep
Right.
it 100.
Keep it 100.
Nothing is just business. Your business is your business.
You did.
That's
Tell
hard.
us what you got.
Last words.
Tell us what you got for them to see your social media and everything that you need
Man,
to
I'm
know.
under LaRussell and everything. LaRussell. Good Company is a platform we built to just help and be of assistance, and that's on YouTube. I'm everywhere, you know. Like,
Right.
It's gonna be a beautiful movie to witness.
How do they get to the backyard?
So in my bio, there's a link that leads to all of the different things we do. One of them say attend the backyard show. You put it in, put your offer, and we go through them each day and send them out. And man, it's gonna be, you know, we're only doing so many a year, so it's really it's just building that demand. And if you get chosen, man, be honored, and you get to come chill with mom.
I'm coming to the backyard, man.
They come with a plate.
Yeah, man, they come with, you ain't gotta, we even got a jumper outside, bring them kids, they get to chill while you there, come with a play. Once you there, you good.
Okay.
You good, you taken care of.
I go to Disneyland.
You gotta go pay. I'm going to Disneyland, man. It's different. When you go to Disney, you gotta pay for your plate too, man. We don't do that.
It's
You gonna
different.
eat good, you gonna smoke good while you there. You feel me? Like, it's family. It's a real kickback.
It's good company.
Come on.
This was
It's
good for my
different.
spirit, man. I'm glad I stayed, man.
Yeah, I might make you the permanent guest.
No, I'm not.
I'm the permanent host.
I got shit to do.
Listen, make sure you guys go subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Go like, go comment. Thank you to Aljo Media, who comes and shows up when he need to. You know what I'm saying? I love you, man. And let's keep on going and let's keep on growing.
Beautiful.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Here.
Yeah. That was
Man, that was
great.
dope.
That was great.
That shit was hard, man.
That was incredible.
Yes, it was.
That was hard.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was a good one.
Yeah.